Okay, so I'm here with Eric and Andy of ATK, the board game, a MOBA-style board game that is going to be coming onto Kickstarter here really soon. We actually caught some video of Rob, who's actually manning the camera right now, getting slaughtered by Chris earlier. You'll be seeing some of that. But this is a really exciting game, and we're here in the Unplugged room. How has the demoing been going today, guys?
It's been really awesome, man. Everyone's been really excited to play our game. It's been really, attractive, and we've drawn a really fun crowd. It's been a really good time. We've had a blast.
And everyone's had the ability to destroy me on the board, so what can be better than
I
that?
had fun winning. I had fun watching him lose.
I definitely lost.
Okay, perfect. So what's really cool about this game is that you're drafting characters, but not all characters are going to be present in the game. There's this kind of rock, paper, scissors, elemental order type thing. We were actually talking about how that seemed almost a little Pokemon-ish, and it turns out maybe that was some direct inspiration there, right?
Oh yeah, we're both really big Pokemon fans.
Yeah.
I know when I was originally looking for an artist, I was like, I'm looking for a cross between Pokemon and this.
So what's the division of labor here? We have Andy and Eric, and which of you are doing what on this game?
So I handled character creation and board design. Andy sort of ironed out the actual mechanics of what needed to be where. It's basically my job to make it look as pretty as I can.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to give him as much freedom. When I originally came up with the idea of the game and started looking for artists, I had a vision in my head for what I wanted it to look like, and I butted heads with a couple artists until, I finally found Eric and I found his profile online, loved his work, and instantaneously the first character he sent me was Finn, loved it, and we just ran with it. And I try to help out with everything that I can organizationally and some graphic design stuff, like some layouts and stuff like that, to help offset everything that's on his shoulders.
And this is actually your guys' first time meeting in person today, right?
Yeah.
That is wild.
A couple hours ago.
I did want to call attention to a couple of things about this game. Can you guys just do a little rotation on the towers here and the characters, because that's really what makes the toy factor of this game pop. So the towers have life totals that are built into them, and then the combat mechanism is based off of these spinners on the bottom of the characters. And what's really cool is that you can manage, from a design perspective, how likely you are to land on one thing in particular based off of how big of a wedge you give this character. And that is fascinating to me. That is a very clever design. Was that something that was there from the beginning, or was that an aha moment that came along?
It was something that I thought of in the beginning when I first thought of the mechanism and how we were going to run the battle mechanics. It was something that we kind of ironed out as far as having the different character types, where you have somebody that will miss an attack, but then you have somebody that instead of missing, they may block an attack. So Eric helped me out with a lot of that stuff. It was constant calls every week for the last X amount of months, just ironing out all the details. But that was something we knew in an Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets. We had all the different attack types, and then we decided to throw a percentage on, and we knew it was going on to a circle. So for a pie graph, you say, okay, 33% should be this attack, 50% should be this, and that's kind of where that whole attack mechanism came to fruition. And then with the towers, that was actually completely Eric's idea, because my idea was terrible. Yeah.
Well, I cannot underscore the toy factor of this game. Just like feeling the pieces is cool, and being able to spin these freaking counters, even on the prototype here, is awesome. And the game is neat and interesting, and a great streamlined representation of a MOBA. Now, this isn't on Kickstarter yet, and you guys are still working on it. So what stage of development are you, and what's kind of your hopeful time frame for getting this available for people to back?
I think this is really up to the people that we interact with. It's up to everybody out there, because the biggest thing with developing a game and trying to go onto Kickstarter is that people need to know that you're going on to Kickstarter before you go on. So they need to know what the game is, because it may not give that touch and feel, factor via a Kickstarter page. So that's really something that's up to all of you out there. If you would like to try the game, if you want to find out where we're going to be, or if you have questions, if you have played it and you want to know if anything has changed, any of that stuff, like we're always welcome to give as much information as we can at any time. And as soon as I guess we would feel comfortable enough, then that's really the next step.
Okay, well, where can people communicate with you about ATK the game?
You can actually go to atkgame.com. That is our website. Has some information on there, and we're still tweaking. All of our attention has gone into making this physical prototype for this convention. So the website has kind of gotten pushed off a little bit, but it's a good shell right now.
He's not giving it enough credit. He's done a great job. It looks really cool.
Yeah. So besides that, you can go there, check out. I believe we're going to add the lore back in and stuff like that, because the lore to the game is actually really clever and cool, and something I think that we did well with. So.
Awesome. Well, I encourage people to check it out. Andy, Eric, thank you so much for letting us check out your game.
As always, thank you.
Oh, they're going to be fighting over that street shark.
Dude, he's my favorite. Dude, I love it. Yeah.
What I'm hearing is that Rob just needs to get in there and start wrecking some face so we can see what combat works like.
Yep.
Alright, so it looks like Chris is the victor, even though Rob nearly made a comeback. Who was the MVP, Chris?
I'm going to have to say Squatch was the MVP. Beat down a tower, and he was able to fight off some guys standing on top of our tower.
What was his primary attack? His primal attack? Primate attack?
The gem attack was working good, but that rolling attack, I like that when you keep re-rolling.
Okay, who are you blaming for this loss, Rob? LVP.
Him?
Oh, yeah. Throw it down to the one aspect that you absolutely love.
I really love the back and forth and the way that the two competitors can mix it up. And, when you feel like you're defeated, if you can win some battles and get these cards, be smart. Rob got me with a couple card combinations that were sweet. I really like that.
And there's, aside from these awesome colors, there seemed to be even though he was winning, I started to come back, and maybe if that would have happened a little earlier, I might have been able to actually come back.
Well, that's ATK, the game, and that's upcoming on Kickstarter, hopefully here pretty soon. Oh yeah, gotta get Shark Boy in there.